Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and I just made a video about marking numbers on the back of coasters 1 through 500 for a gentleman trying to help him out using a program called Numberit and Numberit, which you probably don't have, but you can consider getting it. I use it all the time. But anyway, his coasters are 4 inches, so I made my cut line 4.5 or 4.1. Then I'm going to change my nudge distance to 4.2. And I do have my numbers, the text, center justified. And you'll see why in just a second. Now we're going to Control D and make a duplicate. And get as many as you can on that bed. Control D, let's zoom down a little bit. My laptop has trouble from time to time. That's about as many as you can get on the bed. The reason I did this is because you could use these circles as a template. His coaster is only 4 inches. And we're going to make it black. And I'll show you why in just a second. Now we need to grab all the circle cut lines. So I'm going to hold down the Shift and the Alt button. The Alt button is going to allow you to just grab something that is touching. It doesn't have to touch the whole object. And the Shift is keeping them all together. So then you go to Print, Preferences. I don't ever have a laser hook up to this thing. We'll make it a laser bed. And then hit Selected. Then vector this real quick. I mean, like, 100 speed at 10 power, 5 power, 15 power. Power doesn't really matter. You're just marking this surface. Then, and I would suggest using some tape just so you won't move it, even though it's a big board. And then look at this. When you put in your 4-inch coaster, you can see the vector line all the way around. So you know that your coaster's in the center. Now you could cut this out and drop them in, but that's going to take a long time to cut out this. Unless you were doing, and this will be, if you use MDF for this, that's going to be kind of down in a hole if your coaster's not a 1/4 inch or above. So I suggest just marking it and just placing your coasters on that. And then with that, I'm going to use the program again I used in the last one called Numberit. And I'm going to hit Go. And because I had the text center justified, and if you had more numbers, it would do more pages. Then what I would do is once you've got your board cut, you would only have to do this one time. Hold down the Shift and the Alt button. This time grab all your circles and turn them into a non-hairline and make them black. You're not going to do anything with them, but the laser won't vector those lines because they're black. It's only going to vector the red numbers. And what is so good about this is a 40 by 28 bed. I guarantee this is an hour worth of engraving if you engrave these numbers. I would bet this would cut it out or vector it. And you just have to break the surface, so maybe, well, you'd have to test one on your laser, but you could get by with, 100 power and 100 speed. And it's going to whip through here. I mean, boom, 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 and it'll be done before you know it. And then you just use your template, put on your next 54, and you'd only have to do that less than 10 times, or 10 times just swap them out. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.